Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Tujin. Welcome to MBT Studios, and today I have a projector that I normally never thought I would evaluate or even use. And this is a Yaeber Y30, which got me quite excited. And here's why. So the Yaeber Y30 is a 1080p projector, native, with an LED light source. Now, normally, this is something that, would cost you a pretty penny. This is where the Yaeber really shines. It's cheap. It's only $270 Canadian on Amazon today as of filming this video after a $74 coupon code. So at $270, being 1080p is almost unheard of. Now, here's a common misconception or common things that manufacturers do to trick you with projectors, especially on Amazon or eBay. Really, when it comes down to manufacturers that aren't well known, they'll advertise as a 4K 1080p projector, but what they're actually advertising is the input. So it'll accept a 1080p signal or a 4K signal, but what it'll actually output, the actual pixels that come out of the projector, may not be 4K or 1080p. It could be as low as 480p or 720p. And it's one of those things where you really have to research a specific model to find out. So 1080p projectors, 4 or 5 years ago, you would be spending upwards of $1,000 to get into. And even then, you don't know if you're getting a really good picture. So there are some things that projector manufacturers do that make, getting into a projector or, doing a setup confusing. In fact, one of the things that this projector does that it's kind of guilty of is giving a miscommunication of its actual brightness. So the actual number that seems very impressive from this projector for brightness is 7,000 lux. Now, if you've never heard of lux, it's similar to lumens. It's the SI unit for 1 lumen per 1 meter squared. So it's apparently supposed to be more accurate. Now, 7,000 lumens, essentially? No way, Jose. This is more of a 800 lumens projector, which is very adequate for a fully darked out room. If you plan on using this with any ambient light, forget about it. You're not gonna get that image that you want, the contrast, the punchiness, because everything will be faded with that ambient light. Now, you cannot argue that you can use an ambient light rejecting screen, an ALR screen, but let's be real here. An ALR screen costs about $1,000 and up. So you really would not spend all your money on a screen and then have, pay $270 on a projector. Realistically, it doesn't make sense unless you have one of those lying around. So for most of you guys, this is a projector that you would use in a fully blacked out room. Now, when I was testing this projector, I put it in a situation that I think most people looking at this projector would use it for, a bedroom setup. So I essentially picked up a 100-inch manual screen for about 90 bucks, mounted it on the side of my bedroom wall, and I set up my projector on the other side of the room. And what I got at night was a very, very impressive image. Punchy colors, a nice big screen that was very bright at night. And it was very immersive, and that's what you want from a projector. It's a way of getting a large picture in spaces that you never thought you could really get one in. But there are some price cuts or ways that they've features that they've kind of reduced to get to this price, which I'm going to talk about. So me personally, I came from a BenQ W1070 to an Epson 5020UB, a JVC X950R to a Sony, finally right now, a Sony VPL 520ES. And what all these projectors have is lens shift and zoom. This projector does not have that. So the initial setup for this projector is going to be a bit more involving, especially if you have OCD and you want a really nice picture that takes the full advantage of your screen size and, have a perfect rectangle and not a trapezoid or, a misaligned screen. So what I mean is that my vertical lens shift was stacking boxes under this projector, and my horizontal lens shift was physically moving it left or right until I got it aligned and centered in the screen. Now, you do have feet at the bottom of this projector that helps, move the image up. But what happens is that you get a trapezoid effect where the top of your screen is going to be larger than the bottom. Now, there are some features baked into this unit that helps. It's called Keystone. And Keystone manipulates the picture to get it back to being, parallel and perpendicular to the screen, making sure that the actual image is a rectangle, which is a hit or miss because it'll try its best to compensate, but nothing beats having your projector perpendicular to the screen. And these are things that they had to do to achieve it at this price point of $270, which is unheard of. Now, another thing that I noticed with this projector is that the focus ring is manual. So so the focus on this projector, you actually turn the lens to get it in focus. And it's a little bit of a battle because what you find is that you can pick a side, so your left or right. You can get your left side fully focused, but your right side will be blurry. So you have to find a nice compromise between the two. So what that really means is that if you're looking to use this as like a desktop or read text on screen, this is not the projector for you. But if you are looking to play games, Netflix, just have a huge picture and watch some movies, this is unheard of. And being an LED light source means that it's going to last generally a lot longer than a traditional lamp that would basically die at about 4,000 to 6,000 hours with more recent lamps. And what that also means is less heat output and generally a longer life altogether. Now, you can argue for enthusiasts that LEDs don't have the same tone as a lamp, but at this price point in the picture that you're getting, this is incredible. So that basically are my thoughts of this projector. If you're looking to do a bedroom setup or you just want a huge screen for on low with decent quality and you're willing to put up with, a little bit more setup, this projector is beyond incredible. It's a great portable projector, a great room projector. If you are looking into a home theater, I say spend a bit more money and get something with zoom at least, so you're not stuck with your projector in the middle of a room or in awkward, positioning spots. But if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Make sure to like and say subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.